Uh, good morning on this Saturday, December 21st. Welcome to a new fabulous 7K day. 7K Metals is a company about 3 years old. And for everybody on the call, and our guest in particular, uh, we want to welcome you because everyone should be a member of 7K. It's a membership company. And so we start off real quickly. I'm going to share my screen with why everyone should be a member of 7K. And all we have to do is look at one little graph. Uh, and this is our dollar bill. Uh, uh, we use this to buy everything, to pay our rent, to pay our bills. We pay utilities, we buy our insurance, we buy our food, uh, we save, and we hope we're going to have a good retirement. We go on trips, we enjoy things, and we do it with what? Dollar bills. Okay. Now, the dollar bill, as you can see here, doesn't buy as much goods and services as it used to. Uh, when they first started printing it in America, the currency, that $1 bill, uh, it would buy $1 of goods and services in 1913. In just a short 100 years, that $1 bill will only buy about a nickel's worth of the same goods and services in 2013. And today, it's not even worth pennies, okay, with the same goods and services. And, we can give you a couple of illustrations of that. But if you kind of look at just the last few years and you look at your utility bills, like your water and your sewer, they've gone up 133%. But did your salary go up 133%? Your car insurance increased double. Did your salary double? Food is increased both when we go out to eat and when we buy, 47 to 59%, depending on which one you're going to do. And, did your salary increase? Now, if you're already on Social Security, you're on a retirement income, the answer to that question is absolutely no, because that doesn't increase. And if it does, it increases on a couple of pennies. Okay. But why does this happen? Well, who prints this up? The government and banks, right? And so they don't want you to know what we're going to tell you in 7K. And that's that you should own this, and it should be in your control, gold and silver. So if you want a secure financial future and you want security in your financial peace, you need to own gold and silver. And why do you need to own gold and silver? Because every time they print up more of that currency, later when you want to turn this into currency, you get more of that paper. Okay, now it just simply boils down to just that, just this one little graph. And we've got a little brochure, and I hope, the person that's sitting there is turning to this page, because I'm going to share with you just a very short presentation today of how we can present the opportunity of being a member of 7K, because everybody we know should be a member. And then they need to learn all the facts that we're learning, and then they need to share it with other people. Now, I've been a member of 7K for almost 3 years, almost as long as they've been in business, and they have just absolutely done records. Now, I've been a buyer of gold and silver because I recognized this a long time ago. I needed to protect my wealth. Okay, and so and all wealthy people, banks and countries. See, banks and countries. If banks and countries own 99% of all the gold and silver, that ought to be a clue. And so we need to own some, because, see, they don't even trust their own decisions. And so they know that there are financial corrections, that, when the government spends more money than they take in, throughout history, there are these things called corrections or stock market corrections. They have wars. They have all kind of things that correct the economy, right? Okay, but we don't want a war, but that does correct the economy. But look what happens during that period of time. And all we have to do is look back at history, and we see facts. Facts are what count, not what advertisements and things say. History, real facts are what counts. And what makes it any different for the future? Nothing, because the same thing gets repeated over and over and over and over again. Just look at our country called Venezuela, right down below us. Look at all the people that owned all that land, owned all those businesses, were super wealthy just a few short years ago. They're rich in resources of oil and gas. But look at that country today, totally devastated. And why? The government appropriated everything that people owned. So the government owned it. But guess what? The people who had gold and silver, they got to escape because the government didn't even know they owned it. And they certainly didn't keep it in the banks. They kept it in their hot little hands. So, yeah, you hear about advertisements about gold and silver all the time. But, I'm going to just give you that one example. 1 ounce of silver and a dollar bill. In 1965, you could take 2,500 of these. They called it a silver dollar back then, but it's 1 ounce of pure silver, okay? And 2,500 of these. You could take either one of them and go to the Ford store and get a brand new Ford Mustang, $2,500. That's the first year they came out and produced it. I know because I graduated from high school in 1964. I don't wanted one of them suckers, but I was going to college. I was working 2 or 3 jobs to try and pay my way through college, and then getting loans to go to college. Well, I couldn't afford one, but I got to where I can afford them. But now I'm 73. I'm retired. I need a new set of wheels. Okay, so if I go draw out 2,500 of these things out of my savings plan, my IRA, my 401k, my CD, or, oh, believe me, you can't get $2,500 in Social Security. So you're going to have a couple of checks to get 2,500 out of it. And so, I take these $2,500 down to the Ford store and I say, I want a new set of wheels. And they say, well, that's a good down payment, Bob, but you're going to have 72 more months to pay on it if you want that brand new Ford Mustang. And I said, no, you don't understand. I mean, that's $2,500. I want a new set of wheels. And he said, okay. Well, you got enough to buy the tires and the wheels, $2,500. Yeah, that'd be just enough. So, you walk out with those. But here's the kicker. If I'd have been saving this instead of this, if I'd have been depending on this, and I had 2,500 of these 1 ounce silver coins, I could buy 2 brand new Ford Mustangs today. See, when they print up more of this, it dilutes what you got like tea. That's why they never tell you about owning this. Now, of course, gold and silver markets has worked different over the last, ever since they've been producing in the mint in 86, the United States Mint. It's worked different. The mint sold to dealers, dealers sold to wholesalers, wholesalers sold to brokers, brokers sold to retailers, and retailers sold the products to you. Okay, there was a lot of markup in between there, but you couldn't buy from a dealer. I mean, not unless you had contracts that take a pay. Well, we had computers. We had all these things, new businesses, new models. I mean, we used to have Sears and Roebuck catalog. Things change. There was a company called Amazon Prime. And it's changing the whole world, the way things are bought and sold. I mean, I'm a member of Amazon Prime. I think you might be. How many of you are members of Costco? How many of you are members of Sam's? How many of you are members of Amazon Prime? Well, we're members. It isn't that it has the absolute lowest price. It's just totally convenient. It's a great way to do it. And you get free shipping. Everybody loves free, you know? And so I became a member of Amazon Prime. And when I used to tell people to be a member of Amazon Prime, they gave me, credits and bonuses and loyalty rewards, and I could buy more stuff and it cost me less. That was it. Same thing with Costco. Oh man, I used to tell lots of people to go to Costco and they'd give me $40 for everybody that joined like I did. It's amazing, but I had to take them there. Okay. I couldn't just send them there. Okay. Well, Costco's changed. They only let me do that with about, I think it's 8 per year now. And so, 8, I can, but I've sent over 100 people to Costco, and 100 people times $40, that's an extra $4,000. I like money in my pocket. I don't know about you. I don't mind telling people what I do. If it benefits me and can benefit them, I'm going to tell them about it. It's their choice if they want to do it or not, And so I talk about the benefits. Benefits is what I like to talk about with 7K. What are the benefits of a membership of 7K? Well, the benefits of a membership with 7K is you get to buy gold and silver with no quantities limitation. In other words, you can buy 1 coin, 1 ounce, or half an ounce, or a gram, or 10 ounces, or 100 ounces, or 1,000 ounces, or 1,000 coins, as if that's an ounce per coin. You get to buy as much as you want, or as little as you want, and you get it at the same price if you were buying 10,000 ounces. Okay, that's the difference. See, 7K cut out all the middlemen, and it's a membership model, member direct marketing. And one of the great benefits is you get to control your own financial future now, and you get to accumulate wealth and preserve wealth and protect your wealth. That's a huge benefit. That's a member benefit. Well, you're going to get some other great benefits that come along free with 7K membership. Number 2, you get a free membership in the wholesale travel industry. Yes, instead of going to Priceline or Travelocity or any of those numerous other online travel places where you book hotels, rental cars, or vacation resort week stays or things like that, or event tickets to concerts and things, all kind of things like that. Not airline, but everything else, okay, when it comes to travel. Well, how would you like to book your own at wholesale cost? And it includes all the taxes and fees. Yeah, see, all the others didn't even do that, but you're getting the lowest cost and you're booking it. You're going to book it online anyway to get the greatest savings. So you may as well just go to your own site and do it. But you can also, with your membership, you get some what they call free travel dollars. So you could take off up to, you can never have free travel with the membership benefit, but you could take off up to 50%. So I've had some hotel stays where I applied the travel dollars to it. I already got savings at wholesale cost, and then I got it at half the wholesale cost because I applied the travel dollars I had on my little card to my hotel stay or my car rental. And this is amazing. I got car rentals for half the wholesale price on some of my trips. This was just beautiful. It's like extra money in my pocket. That's a benefit. Another major benefit, that's what we call the travel savings card right here. Another major benefit is we're going to have, everybody can choose their own healthcare program. Okay. Now, you must be a member to do this, but if you need low-cost healthcare plans, you're not going to beat what you can get with 7K. And it's because the co-owners already have multiple businesses And it's available in all 50 states. You choose your plan, no deductibles, no copays, no thing. You choose your plan that you want. You'll find out about it in 7K. A lot of people will join 7K just for that benefit alone because of the high cost of healthcare now, you know. So you can look at 7K like the Exxon. It gets the greatest group rates for its members. And so those are member benefits. Just being a member. You also have the ability to get some exclusive, rare, unique coins. And, they're called the MS-70. And I know you don't know anything about them because I didn't know anything about MS-70 coins either. And neither did the co-founders of this company when they started doing it. But they found out they made a $1.2 million mistake because in the numismatic world, this a silver bullion coin that I was talking to you about, that silver eagle that you can buy at dealer direct cost, that they're 7K basically sells it to you for what you buy. Now you can buy Maple Leafs, and you can buy the Britannica, and you can buy the Mexican, you can buy the Cougaran, you can buy any of the coins made from any of the mints. They buy from all the mints around the world. So you don't have to just buy the silver eagle. You can buy buffaloes, you can buy all kinds. You can just buy unique generic silver bullion coins if you want. But I like to talk about the eagle a little bit because, see, with the eagle, this 1 ounce silver eagle that you can get at cost, and you need to accumulate some every month, and you start being in control of your own financial destiny and future for once. And by the way, when you sell that back to the company, they pay you the highest buyback price in the industry. Now, I used to buy a lot of my gold and silver in the transition period and sell it, buy and sell from kitco.com. And I don't mind telling people about it because I love telling people to go compare with the most reputable source prior to 7K to buy and sell silver and gold from. And that's Kitco, KITCO.com. Now you can see, to get the same price, and you can't even get the same price buying 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 coins from 7K. You'd have to buy 500 ounces, 500 of these coins, and you still don't get the same price you get from 7K. Okay. But the beauty is when you're ready to sell it back, maybe you need, there's an emergency, or you're in retirement and you kind of liquidating a little bit of what you got because it's gained so much value over time relative to currency. Okay. And so you want to sell some back, and you sell it back to Kitco, where you're going to get a little less than $2 and change less than what you can sell it back to per coin to 7K. And see, that's real reputable. I mean, I wouldn't just go online and send my silver to somebody and expect them to send me money. That may be going to some address in China, India, or wherever. You've never, but 7K is located right here. I've been in business for 3 years. Always buys and sells. It's got the reputation, and will be the largest single, like Amazon has taken over basically the retail market. Put Sears out of business, didn't it? Walmart's struggling to keep up with them. Well, 7K metals will be the new form, the new way of buying gold and silver, and it's changing the numismatic world. Now, what I said about this MS-70 coin, the $1.2 million mistake, see, less than 5%, they make millions and millions of these silver coins and gold coins every year at the mint. But the grading companies like NGC and PCSG, they're the most recognized, most reputable grading companies. They're independent third-party companies. They come in and they inspect these minted coins. And they do it through and rate them based on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. And 70 is a perfectly minted coin under the specifications of the rating. And then they certify them, number them, and the coins. But less than 5% of these ever get rated an MS-70. That's a more valuable coin. Now, if you'd have collected one of these and bought one of these at retail every month since 1986, that collection would be well worth over $1.2 million. You would only spent somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000 for the coins, buying them at full retail, okay? The highest retail price in the marketplace. Wow. You couldn't have been putting away $100 a month in your mutual fund, your IRA, your CD. What a mistake we all made. Well, we don't want people to make that mistake in the future. So that's the retail product of this company. But you have a choice. You can get the MS-70 Silver Eagle. You can get what we call a variety coin, like our new one, the Thor coin that came out this month. And I've got a Spider-Man like this. It's called a variety coin. Or you can get the, I should have got one of my gold coins, a specialty coins. It's a 10th ounce gold eagle, but it's an MS-70. And MS-70 in gold is harder to do because it's a softer metal, and there's very few of them. But that costs more too. But I love it. But see, that's the $1.2 million mistake. And man, you get some, remember I told you Thor? Man, how about Spider-Man? How about the very first Silver Eagle Cougaran ever made? We've all heard about the gold Cougaran, but how about the very first 1 ounce silver coin of Cougar? Don't you know how valuable that's going to be in the collecting world? Oh, man, I'm just happy to have one. Man, I got a Captain America variety coin, and I got a Spider-Man variety coin somewhere around here. There it is. Yeah, see, I've got a couple of Spider-Man coins, but this one I really like because it's the MS-70 kind of Silver Eagle one, and this Korean Scofa coin right here, beautiful coin. And you said, well, why do I want a Korean Scofa coin? Well, beautiful thing about it, they got this little app called NGC. And when I look at that coin on my app, and I can see how many of them are produced in the world, let me just show you this little app. See this little app? That's an NGC, looks like little scales right there. Got it on my phone. When I click on that app like that right there, and it brings out, and I say scan that bar, and I've done it on my own coins when I've got them, and it says, do the bar scan. And when I do, I can scan the bar, and then it'll tell me, what they did. But I've already scanned them. That's these coins down here. And let me just do that Hulk coin. That's it right here. Let me just tell you why I'm so excited about just a Hulk coin I just received this month. Okay, there's only 1,390 of them in the whole world, and there won't be any more. Not of that one. That's the first one. Now, how much do you think that coin's going to be worth in the future? How about for people who won't have Marvel collections? That's the whole beauty of this thing. So I got a product of real value. I mean, let me do. Here's my Captain America coin. I'm not going to show you a lot of these, but see, here's the Captain America. There's only 1,608 of those. Wow. Now let me tell you what I liked about that Korean Scofa coin. Why I like that one so much. There's only 244 of them in the whole world, and I got one. So there's only 243 more. So if anybody wants to complete their collection, what do you think I can sell that for in 5 years, 3 years, 4 years from now? I'm certainly not going to sell it for the $129 I got in it. So we get the chance to buy some extremely unique, by the way, that Spider-Man coin that I showed you, it just recently sold for $650. Now I'm not selling mine. And I paid $129 for it this year. Isn't that pretty cool? And, I'm going to go ahead and show you the Walt Disney coin that we got. But here's my point. You can buy collectibles. That's a membership benefit. 7K deals with every mint in the world and every major country mint. And what they do is since they have in 3 short years become the single largest retailer of MS-70s in the world, these mints and grading companies are wanting to do business with 7K. So you have an opportunity to participate in one of the greatest growing companies in the world by being a member and learning how. Just learning how. Don't get yourself upset trying to become a millionaire overnight, but it's possible in this company. It's possible to make an extra 500 a week. It's extra 1,000 a week, an extra 2,000 a week. Hey, that's over 100 grand a year. I've been in this business with the company for 3 years, and I've made over $120,000. My wife and I, we've done it just part-time in 3 years. But we're averaging almost $8,000 a month now, and it's part-time. And I'm not renewing my broker's and real estate license this year because I'm paying thousands of dollars just to have that license, and I don't want to devote any time to it. This company is going to be a multi-billion-dollar company, and so just join, become a member with us. And you say, well, what's it cost to be a member? Well, I'm going to share with you real quick the different memberships that we have. And you can go through the brochure, and I encourage you to do it. But, just think, if any of this, we're cutting out all the minimum, sounds logical and reasonable to you, and the company's been in business for 3 years, and let me give you the biggest validation of all, okay? The biggest validation of all is NGC. There's that 7K getaway. But the NGC, if you'll look at the Silver Eagle, and we have our State Series coin, I hadn't even talked about that here. There's so much information we have that we've just grown and expanded. But you see the NGC label and you see the 7K label, they're on the same label, on the same coin. Now, NGC is one of the most reputable third-party coin rating companies in the world. Do you think they'd stake their reputation on letting a direct selling company or one of those pyramid companies get on the same label with them? Do you think they would risk that? I think they've checked out this company more than you and I can check out any company. I don't care what anybody else says. I know what they would have at risk. And you do too, if you just use some logical sense. Okay? So, if you become a member and you don't want to tell anybody about it, you just get all those benefits, that's fine. But if you want to tell people about it like we do and learn how and make some extra money and then get your gold and silver free, there's all kind of benefits there. Because, see, I'm going to go right back to this benefits here again real quick, if I can find it. That's my problem, is finding the right thing. Is you see this 1099 tax advantage benefits? Well, if you treat this as a business, then all your personal expenses, it used to be personal expenses, become business expenses now, just like big businesses. So your cell phone, your computer, your internet service, 100% write-offs now. And so you pay less income taxes. Even if you're retired, you still pay income taxes. You fill out income taxes. May as well get these deductions on a home-based business, have your taxes buy you some gold and silver instead of just paying taxes, okay? That's what I mean by and you need to look at that and talk with it. But I got several CPAs in the business with me. So look, here, real simple. You have a left team and a right team, like a left hand and a right hand. Okay, once you grab somebody by the head, a partner on your left side and your right side, uh, they get a membership off your website. Okay, and you get hooked up with them automatically by the computer, and you're going to get a website, and you start a team, and anything that happens in that team from here to eternity, all those points come up to you. Okay, on the left side. And when you have a team on your right side, and it starts anything, they tell people who tell people who tell people who tell people, and 5 years from now, and they tell somebody over in China when they open up China, man, anything that happens that comes up to you. So you get points to come up to you. Okay, and how do we get points? Well, we get points from the membership sales. We get points from those Corner of the Autosaver programs, those MS70 products, and some other specialty products that are in. We also get points when people purchase the healthcare plans. Okay, that's going to be new. It's added. We got all kind of other points, but let's just talk about the main one. We got other ways that we have other income streams that come in, but I'm going to talk about the main one right now. Okay, that left team and right team. So, everybody's going to know at least two people, okay? One on the left, one on the right. And you get credit for your own purchases too, by the way. So when you get 500 points that accumulate on the left and 500 points accumulate on your right counter on the right from your team, you're going to get a $500 check. If you're active, you buying one of those coin of the month. That's all you have to do is be active. So we have, and like I said, we had multiple ways to earn. We had the membership sales, we have the renewals, we have the monthly auto saver program, the MS70, we have rare coin sales, and then we have retail sales. Somebody buys on your site and they don't want to join. And so you could start making up to $500 a week. So how do you make $1,000 a week? Well, you just duplicate yourself. One of the people you sponsored, they get one on their left and one on their right. You have a copper, and then you find another person. So you found two people on each side, and then now they have an associate, and now you can possibly earn $1,000 a week. You cycle 2 times. And how do you make bronze? Well, you duplicate yourself again. You have a copper on your left, copper on your right, and you find another person. Hey, that's really that simple. And you just keep duplicating yourself. You make $22,000 a week. So if you got those points coming up on your counter, you can cycle 4 times, and then you can make $3,500 if you're a silver like me. So when I've got enough points in a week, and I've had a couple of weeks that did this, and so man, I made $3,500 that whole week. Man, that's pretty cool paycheck. Now you can become a gold. How do you become a gold? Well, you have a silver on your left, a silver on the right. You just duplicate yourself again, okay? And you can make $7,000 a week. So just think, what business could you start for under $500? And you have a chance to earn $500 a week, $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $3,500 a week. I mean, this is worth learning how. This is worth hanging around the tree for the next 5, 6, 7 years to find out if you're going to have a business built under you, even if you don't think you can build a business. And I'll come back to that. But you can get up to $12,500 a week. Now, a young lady in our business called Colleen Lee, she never thought she'd make any money because she tried network marketing once with some kind of products or something, and just felt, I'm just miserable, didn't want to do it, didn't want to have anything. But this was gold and silver, so she became a member. And then she helped her pastor, who had retired, didn't have enough money to live off of, and say, hey, look, I just joined this. Why don't we give this a chance, and let's work together? And sure enough, now Colleen Lee's a silver, and she's making more than a double 6-figure income every year. That's pretty powerful. To say the least. She's not doing what she used to do, but she's up in Montana. She found out about it before we did. Chris Latin, you need to learn his story. He was the Black Hawk helicopter pilot, ran 2 side businesses on the time, had no time, never succeeded in there, tried network marketing once, didn't want to have anything to do. But this was gold and silver. It was a little different. Well, he sold his 2 side businesses. He still teaches how to fly Black Hawk helicopter helicopters, but he's a silver and well on the way to making a residual retirement income with 7K metal. I mean, the company's only 3 years old. We're just beginning to grow. We'll be a household word. That's the key. So these are all those member benefits we talked about. Now, standard membership is $199. Okay? That's just it. You get all those membership benefits I talked about. You're going to get an e-commerce site. You're going to get a $75 travel savings card to apply to that wholesale travel that you can get at wholesale cost. And you're going to get what we call a gem uncirculated coin. And that's not an MS-70. It's rated somewhere between MS-62 and 69, but they don't rate it. But it is somewhere in that range. And so it's a highly collectible coin, but one of less value than an MS-70. But you get a product, okay? And you get 3 what we call technology credits, and that's introduce you to all the technology systems that we have to build our business with and do the business with, just in case you want to kind of try a little bit. Okay, now that's $199. We encourage everybody to do this. And in fact, if you're a friend of mine, I'm just going to slobber all over you until you become a member, because you need to be a member. It's for your own good. So I'm never going to let up on you until you become a member, at least for 1 year, and buy yourself some gold and silver, because you need some. You need to protect yourself. And I know that. So I care about you, and if you're a friend of mine and I care about you, that's what you're going to hear from me forever. Okay. And I hope everybody else does the same thing. So a standard membership is $359, which the real difference here is you get an MS-70 coin here, and you get 6 months of technology credits before you have to pay for them. Okay. And you get all the other same benefits that you do in a standard membership. But the one, if you really want to treat it and say, hey, look, I want a chance to make $500 a week or $500 a month. I want to do this. I want to learn how. Well, $499, you get a complete business pack that's worth $1,100. You buy it now, get it in. You get everything you need to do to it. You get everything in the standard and the standard plus, the good, better, and this is best. And we're going to teach you with the buyer certification and the associate training. We teach you everything about how we all do the business and about the products, and we know you don't know about it. That's what you get in the buyer certification and the collector's training that we have coming. And you get a premium travel savings card here. You're going to get $500 in travel saving dollars. In the standard plus membership, you get 125. Here you get 75. And then you get to all your technology tools you do not pay for. So in these, after your technology credit's over, you're going to have to start paying a monthly fee to continue using them if you want them. And so that start making a difference. And you get one of those MS-70 variety coins like that. Like this month is the Hulk coin that I just got. That's what you start, and you get one with the package, and you get a silver bullion, 1 ounce silver bullion coin, like I told you. So you got everything you need to do the business. You get business cards, and you get those wealth strategies books printed with your own website address, your own email, your own telephone, personalized. You get them printed and at high quality. So you get a total business in a pack. Now, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to just ask you to ask yourself, how would it feel to know you had control over your financial future? What would you do with an extra $500 or $1,000 a month? How about a week? How would your life be different if you had more time to do what you love? Now, it doesn't happen overnight. Now, to some people, in a year's time, it did. To me, to some people, that's overnight. Well, some people just know the right people at the right place at the right time. What did you say? Well, Colleen Lee, she had all the skills, all the attitudes, and all the tech. No, she just ran into the right people at the right place at the right time. And that's what it is. Those of you that are on this call, you're the only lonely pioneers where you're at. Nobody else there knows about 7K. So you're going to get a lot of arrows in your back. You're going to get a lot of people saying, oh, no, because they are closed-minded even to listen. But believe me, as this company grows, you're going to get the benefits of being that person that's already been out there. And they say, well, I know Judy told me about 7K. As they start hearing the need to buy gold and silver, and that is if you're listening to the airways, any at all, you're seeing more and more about gold and silver and the need to have it. And the advertisements are getting hot and heavy. And y'all need to understand why that is. Well, the reason is, and nobody heard about it, a couple of weeks ago, our dear banking system put $48 billion more of banking credit in the industry. Just magically overnight. And you know why? Because currency was getting tight. They weren't able to fund business. So they had to increase liquidity between the banking system. Now that's digital. But when the currency dollars, those papers, start getting kind of short to pass around to keep their minimum up, you know what they do? They print more money. And what happens to what you got in your CDs, 401ks, and IRAs? I would suggest that you start getting a certain percentage of your wealth, of your savings, into gold and silver while you can. Now, financial advisors aren't going to tell you that because they don't make no money off of you. Now, the people who tell you about it, they don't sell it to you at dealer direct cost. They sell it to you at these crazy, expensive prices. That's from the brokers you see advertised on TV all the time or in newspaper advertisement. No, and you got about a minimum of $5,000 worth. Well, you're still not getting it at the lowest price. Buy your minimum $5,000 worth from your own business, from your own 7K. And then, the government doesn't even know you have it. That's the beauty. Well, anyway, let me tell you this left and right real quick. So those variety coins count 20 points when people buy them. The state coin counts 15 points. We got other coins that counts different points. But that standard membership is 50 points, that $199 membership. The standard plus is 100 points, and the premium membership is 150 points. But so as people join, those points post up into a counter on your left team side or your right team side. And let's say, you're here and you sponsor a person on your left and you sponsor a person on your right, but they're just members. They didn't want to tell anybody. So you sponsored another person down here, and they wanted to make some extra money. They wanted to pursue the business. Okay. And then you sponsored another person down here, and they wanted to do the business too. So they wanted to tell other people. So look, this person sponsored this person, that person, this person sponsored this person, that person. Let's say they all do 100 points on average for easy math. And then this person sponsored another person, and this person sponsored another person. So you had 5 on the left, 5 on the right. That'd be 500 points on each side. That's $500 a check. What if you got the premium membership? You're building a business. everything you get, I mean, your tax dollars paid for that. And now, if it took you a whole year and you got $500, you got all your money back. Plus, you're accumulating wealth in the process. So your tax dollars are buying your gold and silver monthly auto ship, okay? Because you're going to spend money anyway, even if you're retired. You're still going to have to file that income tax return. And believe me, the government lied to us all. Now they tax us on our Social Security again. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's just say this person was a member, okay? No, that cycle check, when it passes at that 500, it erases those 500 points and it starts counting all over again. So when these people tell other people and these people tell other people, and another 500 points come up in the account, you get another $500 check. And so what if this person starts making a $500 check every month? And this person starts making a $500 check down here, way down here. This person right here starts making a $500 check every month. That means they've got to have 500 on the left, 500 on the right every month. Well, that's 1,000 points coming up to your counter every month. That'd be 1,000 points coming up to your counter every month. Well, that means you could make two $500 checks in a month. That's $1,000 a month, and you didn't even have to be a copper, because see, those points come up in the process of the month, not all at the end of the month. They do a weekly accounting, and they check this counter every week. That's how you can make $500 a week. So as this business grows, and by the way, you're going to be on the left or right of somebody. And so once your hands are full, you can only place on the left or right. So you get what we call gifts from above, at least on one side. Okay? So let's look at this person that joined as a member only, just to get all the member benefits. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's logical. It makes sense. I'm a member of Costco. I'm a member of Sam's. I'm a member of Amazon. I understand. I'm a member. Now I can buy my own gold and silver. Well, they get a team built underneath them that they can never build. So let's say 2-3 years later, they decide, hey, look, I need some extra income. Well, now all they have to do is sponsor a person on the left. Now it's got to go way down here at the bottom of whoever that last open spot is on the left side. But then they sponsor a person here on the right. Now they're an associate. They're qualified to make a $500 cycle check. They got points coming up every month in this big team. What do I mean by points coming up every month? See, that auto shipper, the variety coin, the state coin, that 15 point, that 20 point, that 30 point coin, the gold coin, that's what I call keeping your doors open. Okay, that opens your business. And if this person had been buying that every month, they'd have thousands and thousands of dollars or points in this counter. Points are dollars, so points in this counter, it's like a bank account. And so when they do finally find somebody that understands and sees what we all see and that you're seeing, and they start making a $500 check, you're going to make $1,000. And then if they find somebody who finds somebody, what if they find a Colleen Lee or Chris Lattin or a Tom Doherty or Tony? What if they find somebody like that? Wow, that takes off. And now they got all this money in the bank and they start making a weekly paycheck every week. That's the potential that everybody has, greater than winning the lottery. So hop in, get on board, learn how, stick with this, do what I call my system. Give yourself 2 years to really learn, but you got to do my job description. If you're just in for 2 years, that don't count. You got to be doing the job description for those 2 years. Otherwise, your time is just membership time. Okay? But anything in life takes time to learn. Now, we're going to grow with the company. And in 3 to 5 years to build a big business, and if you've been doing my job description, My job description is what? Been 5 to 10 hours a week in this business for 2 years. Now, I've been doing this business part-time. I've proved my system works. I've made over 100 grand in this business part-time over the last 3 years. And now, this next year, I'm moving into full-time because the company's ready to explode. So what's my full-time? My full-time is about 20 to 25 hours a week. That's full-time in networking to me, okay? But that's pretty cool. And I do it on my own schedule. I have no bosses. And then I can help people generate income. And if I help you generate income, I help myself generate income. That is a business I love doing. And if I help you learn how to accumulate wealth, and we both accumulate wealth and generate income, that's beautiful. So exposing the business, all kind of ways to do this, but you just got to keep doing it. And learning how to do that is the key. And that's where you build up those skills, attitudes, and techniques. But this really, I don't want people spending more than an hour a day on this. So that's 5 hours out of a week. Only 5 days a week, I want you to do it. If you're spending more than an hour a day at this part, you're not doing it the right way, okay? So I want you to, this is the main thing, is learning all about your business, going through the videos, going through the tools, spending the time here, and hitting a meeting like this one right here, or starting your own local. So if you got at least 2 people, you can start your own local where you get together, and then either you attend this Zoom and you do it together. And then you talk about the positive things that are happening in the business. No negatives, okay? And if you're not making a list and keeping that list and building that list, and that's part of the associate training, it's in your back office. So you got all the tools, everybody gets trained the same way. And then I teach you a plan to build a business, and you will become one of these if you allow yourself to, because this company will be a multi-billion-dollar company. And if you would just do one thing, go ahead and join. And for those of you that have not, I'm going to stop sharing that screen. I'm going to go into a new screen and share my back office real quick. Okay. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to just show y'all something. I may as well. Look, this is December 21st. You just think about all other network marketing companies. They got the pills, lotions, potions, hair growing stuff, this, that. How many network? You know, I've done networking before. My first company was a consumption products company, and I know during Thanksgiving to after about the 20th of January, boy, those checks go almost down to zero. Because how many people are buying that stuff and buying the quantities that you need to buy? Let me just share something with you. This business is 3 years old. You know, we hadn't done our coin of the month on the 21st, but here's the 21st. There's 440 points planned. I got 965 points already for the week. So when these 440, that'd be $1,500 this week in it for me. Now, my wife, here she is. If you look here, Pamela on my right side, she's got 830 points, but she's got her coin of the month. She'll make 1,000. So together, we're going to make $2,500 this week. And you say, well, I'm not making that money yet. Well, we've been in the business for 3 years. I've been working it for 3 years. I already have the skills, attitudes, and techniques because I built an organization in a gold and silver business back in the 90s. And so I already know how to do it. The key is you're going to learn. And if you allow yourself the opportunity to build and reinvest in your business. And what I mean by reinvest, when you make commission checks, you make sure, look at this commission checks I got in the bank account at 7K. We both do. My wife, we both. And you say, well, Bob, how are you making 8,000? Well, you look here. This is 80,000. This is 53. That's $27,000, right? So the first year I made about, $8,000 in meat. So that's averaging what? A little over $750 a month. That's not bad. Just part-time. And then the second year, I made about $20,000. That's not bad. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That's what? A little more than $1,500 a month. Not sloppy at all, right? Extra money. But now, the third year, right here, I made $53,000. I got another $1,500 coming in here. I've got a check pending to be put in here. I'm literally averaging about $7,000 a month, on $6,000 to $7,000 a month on me right now. But what do you think next year is going to be like? Is it going to go down or is it going to go up? Does the organization get smaller or does it get bigger as the company grows? It gets bigger. And when I'm going to, just kind of go back, if you got 100 people on your left side and 100 people on your right side, and they're just buying that variety coin of the month, that's 2,000 points coming up on your counter every week, every month. Well, it comes up in different weeks, see, like this. These are coins of the month. And so as coins of the month come up, that 2,000 points is enough to make what on each side? $2,000. That's enough for what? 500 a week. That's how you get to 500 a week. So what if it took you 5 years? What if it took you 5 years? Now you can do it and accelerate it and make it happen faster, but don't get frustrated with yourself if it doesn't happen faster. Just give yourself patience and have that belief factor in the first part of what I talked about in doing this business. Okay, I'm gonna show you the dashboard. I'm gonna log out of this and I'm gonna log into my wife's so I can show you what I mean. Okay. Now, for my wife's, she's PJR. There we go. Let's log into her. Okay. Now we look at her and see right here, we're going to have, she's going to have enough points and she's going to make $1,000 this week. So her and me together, we made $2,500 this week. I mean, if you make $2,500 every week, or you just average $2,000 a week, do you know that's over 100 grand a year? So I'm really looking forward to 2020, especially since I'm going to be doubling the time I do the business. I'm going to do what I call full-time networking because the company is so well established that it's time for us to all grow and benefit and have fun and make some money and enjoy life. And so what I was saying, I want to go to my back office. I wanted to show you that because I wanted to show you how it does work if you give yourself the time to make it work. But if you haven't signed up for the regional event, it's too late to get on the cruise. But this is the most important thing that can happen in your life in the next 5 years is attending this event right here, because you will understand the magnitude of this business and where it's going and what it's doing at that Miami regional event. And it's pretty inexpensive to get there. Now, you can stay at the hotel that we're having the event, or you can use your 7K getaway to get to a hotel that's real close and then just come into the event. But I would do whatever it took to get to the event in Miami on January 18th and 19th, and go ahead and buy your tickets and make plans and get there. Now, I'm going to go right back to that dashboard and finish up my last statement with you. I'm going to kind of reload this thing. I can hit that dashboard, and you're going to see what I'm talking about a little bit. But I'm going to go to accounting here. And I'm looking at two different back offices because you've got two different back offices. Okay. Now you see I've got balance in Pamela's account. Okay. And I got a balance in my account. Okay. What I teach is everybody needs to keep, as they're building their business, a year's worth of their business. Most people in small businesses, they make the big mistake of not planning and not planning for emergencies and things that go wrong. And buying that coin of the month and that auto shipper keeps your doors open and you're accumulating wealth at the same time. If you don't have enough funds in there to buy your coin of the month, and this is the best way to buy it, is buy it from your own commissions. So you're earning your coins and you get to share that. Okay. So once you build up commissions, keep enough in your own bank account that you can buy a year's worth of your coin of the month if you got laid up in a hospital bed for a year. Now, I have somebody just like that in our business. He never made money in network marketing, and he joined that first night with me in Baton Rouge, and he said, Bob, I've lost thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars really in network marketing. I want to do this because it sounds pretty good, but can I make money at this? His name's Tom Bernard. He's got Parkinson's, and he's been bedridden for over a year now, and he gets his $500 check. He got money, but do you know he buys his coin of the month out of his savings because he did what I said, and his business generates more income than he's spending because he did that. And so he's got Parkinson. He's in the hospital. He's bedridden, rather. He's out of the hospital. He's at home, but he's bedridden, and he's got money in his bank account. Buys his coin every month, goes to him, and he earns about $500 every 2.5 months on his organization that keeps building and keeps working. And this is one of the reasons everybody needs to do this. And I find this is one of the shortcomings. Why do most small businesses go out? Because they can't fund themselves. They can't keep their lights on in their business. Okay. And it's because most small business owners don't have the business acumen and training to understand what it takes to operate a business. You start any business, it takes years before you should be pulling money out of your business. You ask any small business owner, they invest thousands and thousands of dollars and multiple hours in their business. And if they pull more out than what their business can take, it's called bankruptcy. And that's what happens with nearly all small businesses. Don't let it happen with the greatest entrepreneurial concept that ever existed in America. 7K metals. Make sure you got enough money in your business from your commissions when you start making commissions to fund your business for a whole year. Once you do that, then you can just start drawing out the extra and enjoying or buying extra products. That's what I want you to do. I want you to accumulate wealth and build wealth. Now I'm going to go back one more time to my account, and you see over here on my left side, even though I've made, and you say, well, Bob, that's not 100,000. Oh yeah, it is. Look, my wife made 32.5. We won. Okay. I built mine until I was making a check every week. And then I go and I'm building Pamela's on my right side because my right side is my weakest side. That's the side I need to shore up because I got $81,000 in the bank on the left side, and it's self-replicating. Okay, so everybody I sponsor goes on the right. Actually, everybody my wife and sponsor goes on my wife's left and right until she becomes a silver. Okay, then I'll come back and work on me again. Then I'll become a gold. Okay, and so I need to sponsor a few more people on my left, right? Because I only have 5. I need 8 and 8 to be a gold. Okay, and so it's just working. There's strategies and how to do this, and I'll teach everybody that. But yeah, we made we'll make over 120,000 in 3 years. That's pretty cool income. And this year we'll probably make about $80,000 total this year by the time the year's over with. I mean, we got well, pretty close to it, not quite, but it's what you're averaging is what counts. Okay, and you can make this income too. It's just a matter of when and how. And if you look at yourselves, it's just a matter of when, because everybody on this call has that same opportunity to make a fortune with 7K metals. And even if it took you 6 years before you struck it rich, in other words, a person, maybe you didn't even find a person. A person found a person who found a person who found a person who found a person, and that person went bonkers. And they opened up China, or they opened up Japan, or they opened up India. They opened up Nigeria. Who knows? This company is going to go around the globe, be a multi-billion-dollar company. What you don't need to do is lose vision of what you can achieve. Because if you can dream it, you can achieve it with 7K. And that's what I want you to know. And with that, I'm going to open up for questions. And